This is just a quick video to show how I changed the NC MX-5 aerial to a trickle charger connection. The project basically involves taking the aerial out and twisting it around so it sits in the trunk instead of sticking out the top, and then adding in a surface mounted SAE connector, and then adding a series of SAE cables or extension leads effectively from the trunk all the way back to the engine bay and then connect to the battery. By using multiple cables, you can have different connection points throughout the car, which actually is useful because you can then use them for different purposes. Without taking all the plastic trim off, it's a bit tricky to get it through from the boot into the cabin, but it's all pretty doable with a bit of shoving and pushing. There is a channel or two behind there that you can just feed the wires through with a bit of effort. I've run it through the firewall where the hood release cable goes. Doesn't quite fit, so you're going to have to shave off the connector a tad with a Stanley knife or something like that just to shove it through. This section of the chain of cables also includes an inline fuse to stop the whole car burning down if this thing shorts out. Then this is just showing where I've run it through the engine bay along these existing cables in a zip tied there to make sure it stays off anything hot. Connects to the battery as you'd expect. This is the surface mount SAE connector that I used. You essentially stick it straight through the existing hole for the aerial and then twist it on from the back with a nut. It fits almost perfectly. You'll need plenty of zip ties. You can see here that the aerial assembly is still in the car, just sort of twisted around to face the rear of the vehicle. Hopefully it still works. And here's the boot with the trim back on. Here you go, just showing running across these existing cables, zip tied through the firewall, zip tied again. A bit of slack here if I want to play around with it and tidy it up a bit later. And here's just a video of it working, just a standard cheap trickle charger that I have already. Assume you could use anything that has an SAE connector or plug at the end. It's just pretty simple. Open it, plug it in, get it around the right way. Once it's plugged in, off it goes, charging away. The other thing you can do is actually use it in reverse because it's just directly connected to the battery. So, I mean, this is obviously just an example, but maybe if you want to power a GoPro or something, maybe, I don't know. There's just 12-volt power there at the boot now, which is kind of useful. And that's it, really. I hope you found it useful.